Hello, my name is Alves, and I'm here today to present on our study investigation of the use of lean construction practices in transportation construction projects, developed by Mohammed Heet, a former student, myself, and my colleague Nancy Lakrori at San Diego State University. Why transportation projects? These projects are actually essential to development and growth of the communities that they connect. They are lengthy, they are geographically large and disruptive to communities, and they are notoriously known for cost and schedule overruns and their vast impact on the economy. There are many ways that we can look at these projects and see how they could be improved. So why not use lean construction practices and tools to improve the situation? We expect that this would be very impactful in the communities that these projects serve, and would bring many benefits to them. The goals of our study were twofold. The first was to investigate management practices currently used to deliver transportation projects in California, and also to identify opportunities where lean construction practices can be applied to streamline the delivery of these projects. There are at least two initiatives in the transportation sectors, and by no means this is an all-inclusive list, but the Highways England, they have a lean maturity assessment model that allows companies to assess where they are in their lean journey and find ways where they can improve to go to the next levels of the journey and learn about new practices that can improve their performance. The Transportation Lean Forum is part of the Colorado Department of Transportation, and it's a forum that allows people to present and share ideas that they have on how to use lean in transportation projects. They have many ideas posted on their website, and I strongly recommend, if you have an interest in lean in the transportation sector, that you take some time to see what they have to offer. They have these cards with descriptions of different solutions and different ways that they can be implemented in transportation projects. In order to investigate our topics in this study, we used a research method comprised of 4 different steps. The first one was a literature review that identified challenges and potential solutions based on the lean literature. There was the development of a research protocol that was reviewed by San Diego State University Institutional Review Board and was considered exempt. And then the next stage was the data collection with interviews and site visits. And the data analysis that was done by coding the answers into major categories and also mapping lean construction practice as potential solutions to the problems identified. In total, 10 interviews were conducted. 9 of them were in projects, and the interviewee was part of the company that they were referring to a specific project. And the 10th interview was actually somebody who's part of a Department of Transportation who shared with us the view of multiple projects and an institutional view related to the use of lean practices. We had different project types that were included in the study: highways, bridges, transit, and also road improvement, and also the discussion of a continuous improvement program in one of the companies. The main delivery methods considered were design, bid, build, and construction management at risk, or CMGC. And these interviews were identified from our network, but also by the snowball effect that we contact one first interviewee and we get names for the following, or ideas for the following months. The findings and discussions related to this study are related to the challenges and the matching of the challenge with lean tools that potentially could help. So we see here relocation and positioning of utilities as a major problem identified in the literature, and tools like build information modeling and any other tool to help improve transparency would help alleviate these issues. The communication with the community and the handling of expectations of multiple stakeholders could be helped or alleviated if more collaborative methods were used, or also tools like choosing my advantages and benefits realization could be used. Another challenge was the scheduling of crews. The interviewees pointed to lack of continuous flow and segmentation of activities, and we believe that the use of the last planner system would help identify roadblocks and plan ahead for better flow of work for the trades. Shortage of manpower was mentioned in one of the interviews, and this would be something that companies and agencies, they could be involved with communities to promote careers in the transportation sector. Design-related issues, incomplete plans and different site conditions, errors in specifications were a group belonging to design. And of course, again, the use of more collaborative delivery methods where the general contractor and the designers are together from the beginning to address these issues. The CMGC, we are going to see that it's one step ahead, as I mentioned before, and people like that they finally have a chance to be more collaborative in these projects. But there are other ways to use build information modeling or collocated design teams or big rooms that people can discuss these challenges and present solutions in a collaborative fashion. The risk management challenge is related to the situations, the different issues that they find as they build these projects differently from a commercial or healthcare project that you can look outside of your window and visualize all or most of the project. In these cases, these projects cut multiple municipalities and the problems might compound as they touch different utilities that they deal with different jurisdictions and different challenges of related to the traffic around the area and so on. So they have used so far visual management tools, very simple boards and models and animations can also be used to show how activities are going to be developed, and they can foresee issues that they might find as they build the project. Delays in deliveries and permits, it's another challenge pointed out. And one way to do that is, of course, to share information and map what is going on in the process and when they are going to need things, and share with people through when they go through the make-ready process, for example, in the last planner system, so that they can identify these issues ahead of time. The two last points, they are related to the way the companies were contracted, and in two interviews actually, companies were in a joint venture situation, agreement, and they benchmarked what they had best in each company, and they worked to use whatever was best for the project. And finally, these companies that were using CMGC, they mentioned that these delivery methods being piloted in the projects that they were, and they liked that they had a chance to collaborate early in the project. And the next step would be to use even more collaborative delivery methods like design, build, and integrated project delivery, or other combination that can be included. These tools can be included in other delivery methods to improve the delivery of these projects. Finally, as conclusions, we offer that we found the seeds for more ambitious implementation of lean construction in these projects. So there was a lot of examples in terms of visual management, transparency, 5S boards that speak to that. There were collaboration initiatives that were shared with us. They use root cause analysis and just-in-time delivery, but they still use the CPM, the critical path method, to schedule these projects, which is, it's across the industry, CPM is used. But then what else they can do? So they could use the last planner system to have a more stable and smoother workflow in place. So we recommend that that should be added to their toolbox. And finally, we would like to leave a message to the departments of transportation, because they have the leverage, they have the power to support lean research and education and help companies implement these practices by requesting the use of lean practices, starting from their request for information, request for qualifications, and so on, and the request for proposals. So we suggest that the departments of transportation, they push forward and request that companies be more innovative and more intentional when using these tools. So with that, I hope you have a chance to read our paper, and thank you for listening.